Hey everybody, I'm JJ Johnson. You're watching Reality Survival. So today we are out here at Medicine Bow National Forest, and we're just going to talk a little bit about starting a fire in the wintertime. You know, we've got some snow on the ground here, we've got some wind going on. It's a fairly nice day, but it's important, especially when you got snow on the ground, to do a few key things. So stick with me, we'll get started and I'll show you what we need to do here. Okay, so the most important thing with starting a fire in the wintertime is that you got to have preparation and organization, all right? And that's important for all fires, but especially in the wintertime, because usually when you're building a fire in the winter, it's because you really need one, you know, to stay warm. So the first thing I'm going to start with is my platform. I've got this rock right here, and that's going to be fine for a platform. It's going to help to reflect some of the heat back up from the tinder and the kindling, to get the other stuff going. And it's also going to keep the tinder from the moisture in the ground and stuff like that. Especially if there's snow, deep snow on the ground, you want to dig that snow down all the way to the ground so it's nice and solid, so that your fire doesn't become a water pit as it's trying to burn. Then we've got the brace. I'm just using a little rock here, about a forearm size is what you want. You want that to be a wind block and also to lean your tinder on. For tinder, I'm going to have a jute twine, bird's nest with a little bit of birch bark, and then I've also got some of these pine pitch shavings here as well. We're just going to light it up with a ferro rod. Now the next thing for the kindling is I'm going to have a couple of good piles of pencil lead size wood, pencil to pencil lead size, then a little bit bigger on the another pile with a little bit bigger pencil size or to thumb size, and then your bigger fuel size stuff. So with that, let's go ahead and get this lit. Okay, like I said, I'm just going to use a ferro rod here, and then I'm going to use the awl on my Victorinox knife. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lean this up here. I got to scrape the scraping off real quick. This is a new one. Ferro rods come shipped with a coating, a black coating over them. You want to make sure you scrape that off before you start to use it. Alright, we got that going. Now we're going to put the pine pitch on there. And I'm going to take a good handful of my smaller stuff, lay it across the top, and I'm going to let that build up until the flames are coming through, you know, pretty good. And then once they're coming through the top pretty good, then I'm going to go ahead and grab another, you know, kind of like a half a handful and lay it at 90 degrees the other way. Just kind of spread it out. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you definitely don't want to be putting one stick or two sticks at a time. Fire loves chaos, so you want to help it and just go ahead and give it that chaos. Once it comes through, we'll go another 90 degrees. Open that up a little bit so it gets a little better airflow. We'll just let this work up through here. Once the flames come licking through, then we'll put some more on. Another important thing when you're building fire in the wintertime is to make sure that you collect the firewood from branches that are out of the snow and off the ground. You know, stuff that's still in the trees, stuff that is on like a tree that's fallen over where the branches are sticking up, you know, something like that. That's going to help it build up a little faster and stronger. And you want to keep adding to this until you get to about waist high. Once you get a fire that's got about waist high flames, that's going to be a good sustainable fire that's going to probably be able to burn, you know, the majority of regular size firewood, you know, 3 or 4 inches in diameter or smaller. So we're going to keep adding to this real quick. What's that?
The fire smells good.
Yeah, it does. Pick up some of the scraps that have fallen off here. And we'll go ahead and add a couple bigger ones. Again, even with the bigger stuff, you know, add several at a time, that's fine. Now let that build up a little bit. It's burning pretty solid, so we'll go ahead and add some more. As far as fire lays go, to me there's not really any one important fire lay when you're getting the fire going to where you're building it. You can just throw them on like a teepee, you can throw them on like a log cabin, whatever the case may be. It really doesn't make a difference. Move some smoke. A teepee tends to focus the fire more towards the center. Log cabin's going to spread it out a little bit, build a good bed of coals. You know, it really just depends, but the important thing is that you don't want to, you know, just throw one on or two on there because you're going to smother the fire. That's what ends up happening. So anyway, we've got this about waist high, so that's going to be a pretty good sustainable fire for us, and I think it's going to work out well. All right, everybody, that has been building a fire in the wintertime. Now, if you're in a situation where it's actually snowing or raining, you can also go ahead and just pitch a, you know, like a real quick lean-to or something like that and do your fire preparation up underneath that lean-to. Today we didn't really need to do that, but that is one consideration that you could do if you have some precipitation coming down. So, anyway guys, as always, I definitely appreciate it when you click the thumbs up button, when you share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And I'm about to catch on fire here. And don't forget to live the 6 P's. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe, guys.